Vicenza code.
Then lead on,
This
friend.
one needs something?
I'm sorry. I've already said too much. Talk to Second Councillor Arano if you're willing to help us.
What are you doing? Khajiit guards your back. I will shoulder some of your burden.
Lead off, friend. The sands are...
Then lead on, friend.
The longer we travel the roads of Skyrim, the more empty this land seems.
Out of this.
If you're looking for supplies, talk to Ferris.
My stand today.
Yeah, she is. Disgusting. I'd rather eat cheese that's been sitting in the sun for a week.
I know why you're here. I'll get the coin, I promise.
If you want that
I
beautiful
work for
wife of
Mogul.
yours to stay that way, you better. I'll give you this warning only once.
Your actions
Stay out of
here
my
have
way,
been a blessing
and
to
we'll
us
do just
all,
fine.
Surgeon. If you ever need apothecary supplies, talk to my wife, Milori.
I don't know what you did in those mines, but it put a smile on Cretius's face. I've never seen him so happy.
Next time you're hungry, stop by.
You've brought so much hope to our
food
people.
for sale.
We are forever in your
Merkel
debt.
doesn't. You looking for trouble? Stay out of my way.
If you're
Can't get
dealing
blood
with
from a
me,
stone, though.
there's only one thing
This
to
is
remember.
against me.
Pay your debts. That isn't my...
Always a pleasure to watch
I'm sorry.
when a man like
Already
you
said
walks
too much.
by.
Talk to
Don't
Second
stay
Counselor
away.
Arano if you're
The
willing to
mines
help
are
us.
open and the shop is busy.
You
again.
haven't seen Cretius
Thank you.
Corellius, have you? That
Keep
foolish old
yourself
man's
safe.
taken my pickaxe again.
Solstheim's still a dangerous place.
It gets lonely out here, you know, on this remote island.
You haven't seen No, this isn't just your run-of-the-mill pickaxe. I'm talking about an ancient Nordic pickaxe. They don't exactly grow on trees, you know. I prefer to handle these things on my own. Look, if you see Cretius, tell him to give me that pickaxe back, and I'll pay you for the trouble. A fine question, and the one that I hear most often from visitors to our town. I wish I had a more romantic tale to tell, but I was simply seeking my fortune and chose Raven Rock to ply my trade. Besides, knowing how to repair bone mold armor wasn't very useful in Riften. I had a friend over there, a dark elf named Van Ryth, a very talented armorsmith. Spent a lot of time with the guy swapping smithing techniques. Learned a heck of a lot, including how to repair bone mold. After he moved on to greener pastures, I decided to pack up, move out here, and put those lessons to the test. Been here ever since. It's the only tool tough enough to crack Stalrim, is what it is. Not many of those beauties left in the world. Forging them is a lost art. The one Cretius borrowed came from the Skull village up north. I, traded them some goods for it. Calling Stalrim an ore is like calling my forge a campfire. Some folks say it's enchanted ice, but I think there's more to it than that. I don't think I've come across more than a chunk or two in my lifetime, and smithing's my trade. If you're looking to learn more, you should head over to the Skull village. Someone there's bound to know more about it than I do. I've always had a steady stream of work thanks to the Redoran Guard, so it hasn't affected me much. However, I've seen the smile on people's faces, and there's hope around here once again. Something we've been lacking for a long time. No, wait. Maybe. I don't know how I know that name. I'm not sure. I don't want to talk about this. Well, it's been a long time since someone from the guilds bothered to make their way out here. So tell me, how's my brother Delvin? Still spending his nights at the Ragged Flagon trying to win Vex's heart? Good to hear. Tam Layabout never even bothers to send his own flesh and blood a letter saying how he's doing. Can you imagine? Anyway, I suppose you're looking for work. Well, I got bad news. This place is drier than a damn bone. Eager to make some coin, eh? That's the spirit. I'll tell you what. The guild's got a problem out here that I've been trying to deal with for years, but haven't been able to handle. Don't look at me like that. I'm all alone out here, with no one to watch my back. And besides, it's really my problem anyway. I caused it. A fellow Breton who went by the name Esmond Tyne showed up on my doorstep about a fortnight ago. He noticed the shadow marks like you did, and I thought he was one of us. That he did, right out from under my nose. Can you believe it? It's my own formula for improved bone mold. Took me years to perfect. Well, before he ran off, he was talking some nonsense about trying to fence goods to the Reeklings at Castle Karstag. I told him he was crazy to even think about talking to those vicious little buggers, but he wouldn't listen. I'd bet a fat purse of coin that he's either dead or hiding out up there. You do that, and I'll make sure you're set up right. You won't be disappointed. You tell Cretius he better give that pickaxe back to me, or else.
I can't believe we found a way to reopen the mine. For all I know, I might be the last Imperial left on. I can't believe you found a way to reopen the mines. I don't know how to thank you. The damn fool doesn't even deserve to have it. The pickaxe was made for mining, not selling. I'll bet he stole it from the Skull in the first place. Oh, very well. Here, tell him I hope he drops the thing on his foot. Thank you, stranger. Thanks for everything.
Welcome to Raven Rock Mine, Outlander. I've been out of the business so long, I almost forgot how to swing a pickaxe.
By the gods, did that really just happen?
This mine's amazing. Have you ever seen so much ebony in your life?
You've brought so much hope to our people. We are forever in your debt.
I don't know what you're playing at.
Find my pickaxe yet?
Something about you just doesn't add up.
Understandable, considering the
The
differences
mines are
between
open
us.
and the shop is busy again.
You got a good thing going here now that you've reopened. So, you finally tracked down old Cretius, eh? Quite a character, isn't he? Tell you what, since you went through all the trouble of finding it for me and all, you keep it. I just wanted to remind that codger you can't just go around taking things from other people. Now that you've delivered the message, I'm satisfied. Besides, that pickaxe hasn't done me any good in years. Maybe you can put it to good use. Weapons and armor to me. I'll fix it up right. Glover Mallory's the name. If you're looking for a smith, you found one of the...
Thank you for coming. After everything you've already done for Raven Rock, I hate to ask for more, but I can't risk Councillor Morvain being killed. The Ulan family of House Lalu, a rival great house, has placed a death mark on the Councillor's head. It's a private matter. Let's just say they seek revenge for the execution of one of their own, ordered by Councillor Morvain himself. The problem is I don't have any solid proof that anyone from House Lalu is hidden among us. Only my suspicions. May be justified, but it certainly isn't appreciated. Councillor Morvain simply feels that I'm being paranoid. I'm afraid that one day I'll awaken and discover him dead. I don't want it to come to that. I do. I've received some information from my sources that there could be elements of Ulan's house, House Lalu, already in Raven Rock. Raven Rock is a small settlement, so it's hard to accomplish anything in secret. If any of them is from House Lalu, I wouldn't be able to make a move without them knowing. I had a feeling you'd be willing to listen to me. I need you to start out by being my eyes and ears. Search Raven Rock and see if you can root out these traitors. The best place to start would be Geldis Sadri, over at the Retching Netch Corner Club. If he provides you any leads, check them out before bringing them to my attention. Can't afford to make any mistakes. Traitors, the lot of them. Their collaboration with the Empire may have given them unrivaled political and economic strength, but their hearts weren't with the Dunmer people. Lalu deserved every bit of hatred they received once the Empire released its grasp on Morrowind. Having past ties to the Empire immediately turned them into the scapegoat for the Dhamma people's suffering. They had welcomed the Empire with open arms and benefited from it. When everything was said and done, they were no longer recognized as a great house and were dismissed from the council. You might think it's all perfume and roses now that the mine's open. All I see is a new security problem on our hands. Making sure those shipments of ebony make it safely from the mine to the shipping docks is my new order of the day. And with Solstheim crawling with reavers and Azora knows what else, I can't risk any attacks on Raven Rock. I maintain a few contacts in other Dunmer settlements across Tamriel. Most hail from House Redoran, but there are a few from other houses. Most of my contacts live leagues away from Solstheim. Sending the occasional message back and forth is all we can manage, and sometimes takes months or more to arrive. However, any information we can glean in times like this I consider vital to House Redoran's survival. During the Oblivion Crisis, gates to the Plane of Oblivion opened all over Morrowind. The Empire pulled most of its forces out of Morrowind to deal with the gates in their own homeland, leaving us virtually defenseless. We had no standing army at the time, just uncoordinated pockets of resistance. House Redoran took charge and was slowly able to build an army. It took years, but it became a force to be reckoned with. When the Argonians invaded years later, House Redoran's army was able to prevent them from sweeping across all of Morrowind. It would be fair to say that House Redoran literally saved the Dunmer people from destruction. Don't worry, you can trust Geldis. He's been with us for a long time. If there's any...
We've got our eyes on you.
The mine's open, people are buying drinks, and I'm making money again. Just like old times. There's actually a funny story behind the name, friend. A few years ago, I was walking down by the docks, and I noticed a Dunmer staggering along with a bottle of Sujamma in hand. He was one of my patrons and liked to drink heavily, so I wasn't exactly surprised. But you see, this particular Dunmer was as naked as the day he was born and singing badly at the top of his lungs. As I'm watching this spectacle, a netch floats over the bulwark towards him. The man looks straight up at the netch, yells, "Have a drink," and tosses the bottle. And it never hit the ground. Well, the bottle broke on the netch, and it must have swallowed its contents because it started floating sort of tilted. Finally, it stopped and began to quiver. A few moments later, the foulest liquid to ever assail your nostrils spewed from its maw. I've seen plenty of drunks in me day, and I'll tell you right now, that netch was sick. True story, friend. True story. Well, well, Adril's got himself a spy, does he? Azura knows he needs all the help he can get. He's been chasing the Ulins for years now. No, I just think he's going about this the wrong way. Actually, I do. If you want to catch those slippery slaughterfish, you need to let them come to you. There's an Ulin ancestral tomb near the temple. Someone's been leaving ash yam offerings on the altar inside. If you were to wait inside for whomever that is, I'm betting they'll have some of the answers you're looking for. What makes you think I haven't? Anytime Adril and the Redoran Guard made a move, the Ulans must have been one step ahead and didn't show up. You can thank me if it works. Until then, I'd head to the tomb and wait until your visitor shows up. Safe travels, Outlander.
I don't know what you did in those mines, but it put a smile on Cretius's face. I've never seen him so happy.
Splendid. Another mouth to feed. Councillor Morvain is the only reason Raven Rock has survived all these years. You should pay your respects. Not much contact with others around here. What are you? You've committed crimes against the Dunmer people. Wise.
Excuse me. I didn't realize there was anyone else here. I presume the same thing you're doing, leaving an offering for the departed. Forgive my surprise. It's just that I wouldn't expect that sort of behavior from someone who isn't Dunmer. Since there aren't any Ulans left on this island, I've taken it upon myself to leave the traditional offering in their stead. What kind of nonsense is that? I'm simply honoring a fellow departed Dunmer, and you hurl baseless accusations at me? Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to meditate a bit. Please, I don't wish to disturb you. I won't allow you to ruin years of planning.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I...
Traveling beyond the bulwark will be
I
much
hope
safer as a result
Tell us
of
you.
your victory at Fort
Are you
Foster.
sure?
Many thanks.
So Geldus's plan worked, eh? Every time we tried it, no one would ever show up. If Telesu's involved in any sort of plot to harm Councillor Morvain, I'm going to need hard evidence to prove it. I'm not kicking down anyone's door until I have solid evidence in hand. If you're wrong about Telesu, things would quickly go downhill around here, and the real culprits might slip away. I can't afford for that to happen. If you have evidence, and it places your life in peril, I would expect you to do whatever you must to keep yourself alive. Here, this key should open the front door of the manor in case they've locked it. Good luck. Be careful.
Is someone there?
I won't allow you to ruin years of...
Did you find any evidence at Severin? Then we finally have them. All that remains now is chasing them down and bringing them to justice. Good. I'm going to send 2 of the best Redoran Guard we have to take them down. I want you to assist them any way you can. See that you do. We can't afford to let these traitors slip away. Ashfallows.
Ut! Vergesst! Ut!
I join you in death, Father.
One moment. You look familiar.
Well, what happened? Were you able to track down Vendel? Out with it! Then, it's finally over. What of the Reverend Guard I sent to assist you? Damn it. I was hoping to protect our people by sending them, not end up with casualties. To think that Vendel would stoop so low as to hire those fetchers. I'm glad you killed him. Wonderful. Simply wonderful. Councillor Morvain will be quite pleased when he hears about this. Follow me, and I'll take you to the Councillor so you can speak to him yourself. Excuse me, Councillor Morvain. I have some wonderful news.
Adriel, I haven't seen a smile on your face like that in a long time.
This visitor has single-handedly dealt with a threat that could have ended your life. Vendel, Telesue, and Miri Severin weren't
beyond the
who they
bulwark will
appeared
be
to
much
be.
safer
I'm
as a
afraid they
result of
were
your
here to
victory at
avenge
Fort
Villa
Frostmourne.
Ulan's death.
Vendel? But he's done so much for Raven Rock. How could this be possible?
They did it to gain our confidence, Councillor. They had us all fooled. I should have been more vigilant. I'm sorry.
Don't say that. It's not your fault, old friend. And you, step forward. What you've done for me, for all of Raven Rock, goes far beyond what I would have expected from a traveler to our town. For this, you have my deepest gratitude. Now, I'm certain Adriel was prepared to reward you appropriately for everything you've done. However, since a bit of coin hardly seems like enough, I've decided to provide something more substantial. Since the Severin family, or whoever they were, turned out to be criminals, their property is now forfeit. As Councillor, I hereby award you Severin Manor, and everything contained within. You've earned your citizenship here, and I hope you'll consider staying with us as a member of our community.
I can't thank you enough for reopening the Ebony Mines. You've brought light to the darkness, my friend. You've succeeded where I've failed by ending the threat to Councillor Morvain's life. I shall not forget it.
The mines are open and the ebony has begun to flow because
I'm
of your...
pleased.
I feel I owe you my life for thwarting the House Hlalu plot to have me assassinated. My deepest thanks.
What?
What is it? Is that all? What is it? It will be done. Is that all? You are taking us... I will shoulder some of your burden. Lead off. Friend.
Ow, ow.